students, welcome back to mathematics class. In the previous session, we had discussed about the geometrical meaning of dot product or scalar product and some properties of dot product. So in today's session, we shall be solving some problems based on dot product or scalar product. Quickly to summarize the geometrical meaning of scalar product, you can consider any two vectors, vector A and vector B. The geometrical meaning of vector A dot B is given by vector A dot vector B is equal to magnitude of vector A, magnitude of vector B, cos theta. Moving on to the properties of dot product. The first property of dot products is the dot product of two vectors is always a vector quantity and not a scalar quantity. We define vector A dot vector B as magnitude of vector A, magnitude of vector B, cos theta. So with regards to this definition, then what will be cos theta? Cos theta is equal to vector A dot vector B divided by magnitude of vector A, magnitude of vector B. The dot product of two like vectors is equal to 1. The dot product of two unlike vectors is equal to 0. Square of any vector is equal to square of its own modulus. How do we define dot product in terms of components? Say for example, if vector A is equal to A1i plus B1j and vector B is equal to C1i plus D1j, how do you represent the dot product in terms of components? That is A dot B can be written as A1 C1, that is the coefficient of ith term plus B1 D1, B1 into D1, that is the coefficient of jth components. With regards to ijk, it is A1 B1 plus A2 B2 plus A3 B3. This is all about the representation of dot product in component form. How do you define the projection of two vectors? Projection of vector A on vector B is defined as A dot B divided by magnitude of vector B. So keeping these properties in mind, we shall solve on to the problems. Now let us solve the first problem. Find the angle between two vectors, vector A and vector B, with magnitudes root 3 and 2 respectively, having vector A dot vector B is equal to 6. The moment you read the question, the last term states that is vector A dot vector B is equal to 6. So this problem is based on scalar product or dot product. So the solution is, we know that what is A dot vector B by the definition of dot product. Vector A dot vector B is equal to magnitude of vector A, magnitude of vector B into cos theta. What is the first sentence of the question states? Find the angle between two vectors. So we are supposed to find the angle. That angle is nothing but theta. Here in this problem it is defined in terms of cos theta. Therefore, what is cos theta is equal to? What is cos theta equal to? Vector A dot vector B divided by magnitude of vector A, magnitude of vector B. What is vector A dot vector B given in the question? Vector A dot vector B is nothing but 6. And what is magnitude of vector A given? Magnitude of vector A is root 3 and magnitude of vector B is 2. This is root 3 and this is 2. So this is having magnitude A dot B is not 6, it is root 6. So please make a correction here. The question states that find the angle between two vectors where vector A dot vector B is equal to what? Root 6. So what is vector A dot vector B? Root 6 now. Root 6 can be written as what? Square root 3 dot into square root 2 divided by root 3 into 2. Root 3 get cancel. Can I write 2 as root 2 into root 2, the denominator part? Yes, root 2 can be written as root 2 into root 2, root 2 gets cancelled. Therefore, what is cos theta equal to? Hence, cos theta is equal to 1 by root 2. The question states that find the angle. So, what is the angle? That is, theta is nothing but 45 degree. This is the first problem. Next, second problem. Find the angle between the vectors I minus 2j plus 3k and 3i minus 2j plus k. Find the angle, that is we are supposed to find cos theta. Now according to the definition, we know that what is vector A dot vector B, defined as vector A dot vector B is nothing but magnitude of vector A, magnitude of vector B into cos theta. But what does the question states? Find the angle. Therefore, what is cos theta is equal to? Cos theta is equal to vector A dot vector B divided by magnitude of vector A, magnitude of vector B. As discussed earlier, how do you find A dot B? That is the dot product in terms of components. Coefficient of I, coefficient of j plus coefficient of j. Okay. So here, what is vector A dot vector B now? Vector A dot vector B is given by, what is the coefficient of I here? 1. Coefficient of I here again is nothing but 3. So this will be 1 into 3 plus, what is the coefficient of j here? Minus 2. And what is the coefficient of j here again? It is minus 2 plus minus 2 into minus 2 plus coefficient of k will be 3 and coefficient of k here is 1. That is 3 into 1. 3 into 1, 3. So this will be 3 minus 4 plus 3 will sum up to what? 3 minus 4 minus 1. Minus 1 plus 3 will be 2. 3 minus 4, plus into minus, minus, minus into plus into minus, minus, minus into minus will be plus. 3 plus 4, 7, 7 plus 3 will be equal to 10. This is all about A dot B. Now we shall find out what is magnitude of vector A. This is, how do you find the magnitude of vector A? We have discussed this in the previous classes. Square root of the sum of the squares of the ijk term. What is the coefficient of I here? That is 1. 1 square plus minus 2 whole square plus 3 square, and this will sum up to 1 plus 4, 5. 5 plus 9 will be root 14. Similarly, find out what is magnitude of vector B. Magnitude of vector B is given by 3 square plus minus 2 whole square plus 1 square, which is nothing but 9 plus 1, 10. 10 plus 4 will be root 14 again. So, what will be this cos theta now? We are supposed to find cos theta. What is cos theta? Cos theta is given by, what is cos theta? A dot B. What is A dot B? A dot B is nothing but 10 divided by, what is magnitude of vector A? Root 14. So this will be root 14 into root 14. Root 14 into root 14 can be written as root 14 whole square. Square root and the square get cancelled. What remains is 10 by 14. This 10 by 14 can be written as 5 by 7. We are supposed to find what? Angle. So what is angle? Theta is equal to cos inverse 5 by 7 is the resultant answer. I shall quickly summarize now. Second problem, find the angle between these two vectors. Call the first vector as vector A, call the second vector as vector B. Call the first vector as vector A. So this will be vector A, and what will be the second vector? This will be vector B. What is the definition of vector A dot vector B, or definition of dot product? Vector A dot vector B is given by magnitude of vector A, magnitude of vector B into cos theta. What is cos theta? From this definition, A dot B by magnitude of vector A, magnitude of vector B. How do you find A dot B in terms of components? Coefficient of I plus, coefficient of j plus, coefficient of k has to be multiplied, and the resultant answer is called as vector A dot vector B. We finished with vector A dot vector B. How do you find magnitude of vector A? In the previous session, I had taught you how to find the magnitudes of the given vectors. So, it is nothing but square root of the sum of the squares of the I, j, k terms. What is coefficient of I here? Coefficient of I, j, k terms. I here is 1. What is j's coefficient? Minus 2. And what is k's coefficient is 3. Similarly, with regards to the second vector, what is the coefficient of I here? 3. Coefficient of j will be -2 and coefficient of k will be 1. The resultant answer of magnitude of vector A is root 14. Similarly, magnitude of vector B is root 14 again. So substituting these values in the definition of cos theta, we have 5 by 7. So we are supposed to find the angle. Angle is denoted in terms of theta, which is in this problem it is given by cos theta. Therefore, theta is equal to cos inverse 5 by 7. Moving on to the next problem, find the projection of vector I plus 3j plus 7k on 7i minus j plus 8k. Call the first vector as vector A and second vector as vector B. So, let vector A equal to, let vector B equal to, let vector A equal to I plus 3j plus 7k. Similarly, let vector B equal to 7i minus j plus 8k. How do you find projection of vector A on vector B? The projection of vector A on vector B, we need to call the first vector as vector A and the second vector as vector B. The projection of vector A on vector B is given by vector A dot vector B divided by magnitude of vector B. Projection of vector A on vector B is given by vector A dot vector B divided by magnitude of vector B. How do you find vector A dot vector B? Coefficient of I, j, k terms. What is the coefficient of I here? 1. 1 into, what is the coefficient of I in the second vector? 7 plus 3 into minus 1 plus 7 into 8 divided by, how do you find the magnitude now of vector B? 7 square is 49, minus 1 square will be 1 again, 8 square will be 64. So this will be 7 minus 3, 4, 4 plus 8 sevens are 56. So what will be 4 plus 56 again? It is nothing but 60. 60 divided by, when you add all this, you will get square root of 114. This is projection of vector A on vector B. Suppose the question is asked, find the projection of vector B on vector A. Then what is the formula? Projection of vector B on vector A is given by vector A dot vector B divided by magnitude of vector A. Moving on to the next problem, find magnitude of vector A and vector B if vector A plus vector B dot product with vector A minus vector B equal to 8 and magnitude of vector A is equal to 8 times magnitude of vector B. Before solving these problems, will summarize. The dot product is commutative, that is A dot B is equal to B dot A. Then square of any vector is equal to square of its own modulus. These two are the properties of dot product. So keeping these two properties in mind, we shall start solving the given problem. So what is given here? Vector A plus vector B dot product with vector A minus vector B is equal to 8. So how do you find the dot product of two vectors? This can be written as vector A dot vector A minus vector A dot vector B plus vector B dot vector A minus vector B dot vector B is equal to 8. What is vector A dot vector A? According to the property of dot product, square of any vector is equal to square of its own modulus. So this can be written as magnitude of vector A whole square. Similarly, B dot B can be written as magnitude of vector B whole square. Minus A dot B and plus B dot A gets cancelled. Why? Dot product is commutative. So what is here? Magnitude of vector A square minus magnitude of vector B square is equal to 8. Now what is vector A given? Vector A in the question is given as 8 times magnitude of vector B. In the question, magnitude of vector A is given as 8 times magnitude of vector B. So what will be magnitude of vector A square? When you square, the RHS also gets squared, and 8 square will be 64 times into magnitude of B square minus magnitude of B square is equal to 8. What is magnitude of vector A? 8 times magnitude of vector B, that is by given. So what will be magnitude of vector A square? When you square, 8 square will become 64 and magnitude of vector B will become magnitude of vector B square. So what is 64 magnitude of vector B square minus 1 times magnitude of vector B square will be 63 times magnitude of vector B square is equal to 8. So what will be vector magnitude of vector B square? 8 by 63. Can I write this as square root of 8 by 63? This can be written as 4 into 2, 9 into 7. This can be written as what? 2 root 2, and this can be written as 3 root 7. So what is magnitude of vector B? Magnitude of vector B is 2 root 2 divided by 3 root 7. Therefore, magnitude of vector B is 2 root 2 divided by 3 root 7. Next, we finished finding the value of vector B. We are supposed to find the value of vector A. What is given? Vector A is equal to 8 times magnitude of vector B. But what is vector B? 8 times. What is vector B? 2 root 2 divided by 3 root 7. This can be written as what? Magnitude of vector A? 16 root 2 divided by 3 root 7. Substituting the value of magnitude of vector B, given data will be, what is given data? Magnitude of vector A equal to 8 times the magnitude of vector B. So in this given data, you will substitute the value of magnitude of vector B. The value of magnitude of vector B is 2 root 2 divided by 3 root 7. And how do you find the value of vector A? 8 2s are 16. When you multiply, you get 16 root 2 divided by 3 root 7. This is the resultant answer of magnitude of vector A and magnitude of vector B. Moving on to the next problem we have, show that each of the given 3 vectors is a unit vector. 1 by 7 into 2i plus 3j plus 6k, 1 by 7 into 3i minus 6j plus 2k, 1 by 7 into 6i plus 2j minus 3k. Also show that they are mutually perpendicular to each other. So what is one of the condition of dot product? When the dot product of 2 vectors is equal to 0, we say that the 2 vectors are at right angles. And once we say they are at right angles, they are mutually perpendicular to each other, or they are said to be orthogonal, and these vectors are said to be orthogonal vectors. Putting it in simple words, when the dot product of 2 vectors is equal to 0, we say that the 2 vectors are at right angles or mutually perpendicular to each other. So keeping this property in mind, we shall solve the given problem. We shall call the first vector as vector A, second vector as vector B, and third vector as vector C. So solution, let vector A equal to, what is vector A? 1 by 7 into 2i plus 3j plus 6k. Similarly, what will be vector B? Vector B will be 1 by 7 into 3i minus 6j plus 2k. What will be vector C again? 1 by 7 into 6i plus 2j minus 3k. We shall call the first 3 vectors as vector A, vector B, and vector C. Now we shall find out what is the magnitude of vector A. Now consider magnitude of vector A. That is, how do you find the magnitude? Square root of the sum of the squares of the coefficients of I, j, and k term. So what is 2 square here? This can be written as 2i by 7. What is 2 square? 4. And what is 7 square? 49. So this will be 4 by 49 plus. What is the coefficient of b here? 3. 3 square 9. 3 by 7 when you square, it will be 9 by 49. Similarly, the coefficient of k, this is nothing but 6 by 7. When you square 6, that is nothing but 36. When you square 7 will be 49. This will be 36 by 49. Implies what? 36 plus 4, 40, 40 plus 9 will be root 49 divided by root 49. Both gets cancelled. The magnitude of vector A is equal to 1. Similarly, we shall find what is magnitude of vector B in the same way. Magnitude of vector B, again 3 by 7, when you square it can be written as 9 by 49 plus 36 by 49 plus 4 by 49. This will sum up to root 49 divided by root 49, which is equal to 1. This is all about magnitude of vector B. Considering magnitude of vector C now. What is magnitude of vector C? It is found out in the similar way. 6 square will be 36, 7 square will be 49, and this can be written by, this can be written as 36 by 49 plus 4 by 49 plus 9 by 49. This is nothing but root 49 divided by 49, which is equal to 1. When you observe the magnitudes of vector A, vector B and vector C, magnitude of vector A is equal to magnitude of vector B is equal to magnitude of vector C, which is equal to 1. So with this we can come to a conclusion. The given 3 vectors is a unit vector. Here magnitude of vector A is equal to magnitude of vector B is equal to magnitude of vector C, which is equal to 1. Hence, vector A, vector B and vector C are unit vectors. This is the first half of the question. What is the second half of the question? We need to show that they are mutually perpendicular to each other. When do we say they are mutually perpendicular to each other? Only when the dot product of these two vectors is equal to 0. Either we need to find A dot B, again we need to find B dot C, and again C dot A in the cyclic order. So in order to prove that they are mutually perpendicular to each other, we shall consider the dot product of two vectors. Consider vector A dot vector B. What is vector A? 1 by 7. 1 by 7 into 1 by 7, directly I can take it out. A dot B. How do you represent vector A dot vector B in terms of components? Coefficient of I plus the coefficients of j plus the coefficients of k has to be multiplied with respect to each component and then added. And if the resultant answer is 0, then we say that vector A dot vector B is are orthogonal vectors. So 2 into 3 will be 6. 3 into minus 6 will be minus 18 plus 6 into 2 will be 12. 6 minus 18 minus 12 plus 12 will be 0. That is vector A dot vector B is equal to 0. Similarly, consider vector B dot vector C. Similarly, vector B dot vector C. 1 by 7 into 1 by 7. What is vector B dot vector C? 3 into 6 will be 18. Minus 6 into plus 12 will be minus 12. Again 2 into minus 3 will be minus 6. 18 minus 12, 6. 6 minus 6 will be 0. Vector B dot vector C is also equal to 0. When we see the dot product of these two vectors is 0, we say that these two vectors are mutually perpendicular to each other or they are at right angles. This is the conditional for orthogonal vectors. Similarly, vector C dot vector A. Consider vector C dot vector A. What is vector C dot vector A? 1 by 7 into 1 by 7. What is vector C dot vector A? 6 into 2 will be 12. Plus 2 into 3 will be 6, minus 3 into 6 will be 18. 12 plus 6, 18. 18 minus 18 will be 0. 0 into any term will once again be 0. Hence, we can come to a conclusion that vector A dot vector B as well as vector B dot vector C and vector C dot vector A is 0. That is, the dot product of two vectors is 0. Since the dot product of two vectors are 0, we can say that they are mutually perpendicular to each other, since the dot product of vector A dot vector B, comma, vector B dot vector C and vector C dot vector A is equal to 0 is 0, we can say that they are mutually perpendicular to each other. They are mutually perpendicular to each other. Moving on to the next problem we have. Evaluate the product 3a minus 5b dot product with 2a plus 7b. So, how do you square of any vectors is equal to sum of its own modulus. So, keeping this in mind, we shall start multiplying each term. What is 3 into vector A dot product with 2 into vector A? That is nothing but 6 into vector A dot vector A plus 3 sevens are 21 vector A dot vector B minus 5 twos will be 10 times vector B dot vector A minus 5 into 7 35 into vector B dot vector B. So, vector A dot vector A, square of any vector is equal to square magnitude of its own modulus. So, this can be written as magnitude of vector A square. Dot product is commutative. A dot B is equal to B dot A. So, what is 21 minus 10 will be 11 times vector A dot vector B minus 35 into magnitude of vector B square. This is the product of 3 vector A minus 5 into vector B dot product with 2 into vector A plus 7 into vector B. Proceeding to the next problem, we have find magnitude of vector x if for A unit vector vector x minus vector A dot product with vector x plus vector A is equal to 12. So, what is given here? Given vector x minus vector A dot product with vector x plus vector A is equal to 12. We shall multiply the dot products now. X into vector x can be written as vector x dot vector x plus vector x dot vector A. Similarly, multiply the second term now, minus vector A dot vector x minus vector A dot vector A is equal to 12. Since dot product is commutative, plus vector x dot vector A minus vector A dot vector x gets cancelled. So, vector x dot vector x can be written as what? Vector x whole square, magnitude of modulus of vector x whole square minus modulus of vector A whole square is equal to 12. Now, when you read the question by data for A, what vector it is? Unit vector. So, by data itself it is given vector A is a unit vector. So, what will be the value of vector A? 1. What will be 1 square? That is nothing but 1 again. So, magnitude of vector A square minus 1 is equal to 12 implies what is magnitude of vector x square? That is nothing but 13. Implies magnitude of vector x is equal to what? Root 13. This is the value of magnitude of vector x. Proceeding further, next problem. If vector A is equal to 2i plus 2j plus 3k, vector B equal to minus I plus 2j plus k, vector C equal to 3i plus j are such that vector A plus vector B, lambda into vector B is perpendicular to vector C, then find the value of lambda. When you read the second sentence of the question, what is the second sentence of the question states? Vector A plus lambda into vector B is perpendicular to vector C. Putting it in the vice versa manner, when do we say it is perpendicular? When the dot product of two vectors is equal to 0. So, how do we conclude the given data in this problem? Given vector A plus lambda into vector B, dot product with vector C is equal to 0. Solution. By data we have vector A plus lambda into vector B, dot product with vector C is equal to 0. Perpendicular means dot product of these two vectors must be equal to 0. Now we shall write what is vector A. What is vector A here? 2i plus 2j plus 3k plus lambda times what is vector B? Minus I plus 2j plus k, dot product with what is vector C? 3i plus j. Now we shall first multiply with lambda. So proceeding further, I can rewrite this as 2i plus 2j plus 3k plus into minus, minus lambda into I, again plus 2 lambda into j plus lambda into k, dot product with what is the next vector we have here? 3i plus j. So this can be written as what? Suppose I take I term outside, this can be written as what? 2 minus lambda into I plus j term 2 plus 2 lambda into j plus 3 plus lambda into k. 3 plus lambda into k, dot product with 3i plus j. Now, how do you find the dot product in terms of components here? That is multiplying the ith coefficient, jth coefficient and kth coefficient. So when you multiply to find the dot product of these two vectors, what do I write? 2 minus lambda plus what is j? 2 plus 2 lambda plus, do you have k term here? K term here is 0. So 3 plus lambda into 0, which is equal to what? 0. This is the condition by data. Now what do we have? 2 minus lambda plus 2 plus 2 lambda, 2 minus lambda into, directly you can write with respect to 3. Ith coefficient 2 minus lambda into what now? This is nothing but 3. Similarly, j coefficient 2 plus 2 lambda. What is the coefficient of j here? That is nothing but 1. So when you multiply, this can be written as 6 minus 3 lambda plus 2 plus 2 lambda. 1 into 2, 2. 1 into 2 lambda, 2 lambda, which is equal to 0. What is 6 plus 2? 8. Minus 3 lambda plus lambda will be minus lambda equal to 0. Therefore, what is the value of lambda here? Lambda is equal to 8. Quickly briefing once again. You can go through the question. The second sentence of the question states that vector A plus lambda into vector B is perpendicular to vector C. When do we say it is perpendicular? When the dot product of two vectors is equal to 0. So by data, by the given question, I can write the data as vector A plus lambda into vector B, dot product with vector C equal to 0. This is vector A, this is lambda times vector B, dot product with, this is vector C. Now I will multiply the second vector with lambda and can be written as minus lambda I plus 2 lambda j plus lambda into k, dot product with 3i plus j. You can take out I, j and k as common. The dot product with 3i plus j remains the same. How do you find the dot product in terms of components? a1 b1 plus a2 b2 plus a3 b3, that is the coefficient of two vectors with respect to I, j and k terms. So what is I here? 2 minus lambda into what? 3 plus j term 2 plus 2 lambda into what is the coefficient of j here? 1. 3 plus lambda into, that is the k coefficient. And what is the k coefficient here? There is no k term wherein I can write it as 0. So multiplying and simplifying, we get lambda equal to 8. With this, we end today's session, that is the 5th class. Thank you one and all.